Everybody, welcome back to the Hops Report. I am LT.
And I'm Bacon.
Let's talk beer. I love that.
We're getting better at it.
Yes. All right, so today we're looking at a couple of beers that we may be selling directly right here on the Hops Report. So look for that. You might see like a huge banner coming up, Black Art beer. But these beers are called Black Art. One is called Black Art Gold. The other is called Black Art Black Pils or Black Art Dark. And these beers are made in Germany. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, you sprung this one on me, which is kind of neat in its own special way. They both look pretty solid, just appearance-wise. I mean, the quality of the packaging, which does affect the way I perceive the beer itself, is definitely above average. So that catches my eye right away. The name Black Pils is a little intriguing because it's kind of two contradictory terms, and in general, I don't really care too much for too many sports beers, which are black lagers. I'm assuming that the Black Pils is going to be in that family. So I'm curious, though. I mean,
I'm wondering if it's going to be anything like when I think of a dark beer, I think of something like a Mackeson's or not necessarily a Guinness, but even though Guinness is dark, I don't think of it. I think of Guinness as kind of almost a light beer because because of the way it drinks.
Yeah.
But Mackeson's, I think, drinks a little bit heavier. Certainly McEwen's being my favorite, which I don't think they make anymore. That was a wonderful beer. Dark, but full-bodied, nice roasted malt. Wonderful.
Well, see, I don't much care for the roasted malt note on most of those beers you mentioned. Once in a while, it's balanced out pretty well. And again, using just the Schwartz beers I know as a reference point, they usually have too much roasted, kind of burned coffee from my personal palate. Some better than others, but that's what I'm usually kind of afraid of in that style. So we'll see what happens. I'll give it a shot. You think
these beers are going to have Farfignugan? I wonder if these beers are going to have any Farfignugan going on.
I think Farfignugan was outlawed in 1999.
I think so. I think that was just the result of a really bad ad campaign. But let's get into it. This is the Black Art Gold. Take a look at this color, man. This looks like a little dark to me. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I think it's gold. And I think what you're saying about it being...
Did you see that? Did you see the way that was cascading?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think what you're basing it against is like a lot of American lagers, which are like yellow or straw.
Yeah.
This is gold. I mean, this is truly a gold lager.
This is gold. But I mean,
super clear, but I'm sure they do a lot of processing.
Like you said, though. I mean, I put this up. I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm coming off of what my general expectations are based on what I've seen. So looking at like Mick Ultra or something like that, it looks like water.
Yeah. Now this is a
gold.
great color, and let me take a look at something real quick. Well, they don't really give us too much information on the bottle. It just says Black Art Gold Premium Beer, and it doesn't even tell us if it's a lager or an ale or anything else. But
it does say that it was brewed in accordance with the German quality laws of 1516. Is that right? 1516.
Yeah, that's the Regenstabat, if I'm not massacring the word too badly, but that's the law which says that beer can only be made with 4 ingredients: hops, water, barley, and yeast.
I think that says here too. Yeah, 1516. And I thought it said somewhere what those things are. No, it doesn't say what that is. But
you'll have to take my word for it.
I'm going to trust you on this one because you are the Alton Brown of this show.
Oh wow!
All right, so let's check this out, man. Let's talk beer. Let's drink beer.
It's got a really good Euro lager scent.
Yeah, I didn't chill these up too much when I brought these out. I mean, I kind of chilled them a little bit, but I was told that these beers drink better, kind of like the European style. Not warm per se, but
not freezing.
Not freezing.
Now
cold.
This is actually a perfect temperature, and also you didn't chill it too much, and it's pretty cold outside, so we're not doing too badly. It probably is a true cellar temperature, about 55, 60 degrees, right, on the beer. And it's not harming the flavor. In fact, it's probably giving me a little more flavor. And again, it being a cold day, I don't mind a not freezing cold beer either. So it's got it's got a very classic nose on it for a Euro lager, and I mean that in a good way. It's got for the better ones out there, I'd say that this is right away and reminds me of it. And it's got a good bit of malt character in the flavor. Right away, it hits me.
I'm looking at
sweetness and fruitiness.
When I'm shaking it around, I'm looking at these bubbles in it. It looks really, something about that just screams quality to me. I don't know. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Well, I personally can't judge the quality based on the bubbles, but
I'm like a type A personality, and I'm seeing some symmetry here that is just giving me It's giving me the warm and fuzzies.
Well, I mean, it's really working for me. It's got a really good, like, balanced body. It's not heavy. It's not light. It's right where I want it. It's like the Goldilocks of body here. Goldilocks has a nice body.
Absolutely,
That's the word on the street.
That wolf thought so.
Well,
Big bad MF.
I'll check with my sources. Overall, this is a good drinking beer. I noticed it's 4.9%, which means you could have a few of them and not stumble out too badly or poke an eye out with a dart. So I'd say this is a winner. I could see myself drinking this on a regular basis.
You could also have a big friggin' stein of this thing, or maybe a half yad.
Well, you could go that route, and again, it isn't too bad if it gets a little warm, but I'd rather go 2 halves myself. That's just me, though.
I'm with you. Nice beer.
Absolutely.
I dig this. I also noticed that they kind of stole the crown off of, or maybe Budweiser stole the crown. They got a little crown. I don't know if anyone can see this, but on the label. And I'll tell you what. Another thing, you mentioned packaging before. This doesn't look like your average. This doesn't look like Beck's or other German beers that I can't name right now.
Well, it also doesn't look like an off-brand. It doesn't look like something, it doesn't look like a Big Lots beer or something.
Right,
right. It stands up it'll stand up with everybody else. I do notice the Gold has it's basically a clear bottle with a slight greenish tint.
Yes.
But the black beer has the Black Pills has a dark amber brown bottle. So
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pour the second one. We're a little pressed for time. We've got another. I think we got about 4 minutes to go on this one. Whoa,
yeah.
Chug-a-lugging on this one. Similar. Look, you see that cask? You see
that's
that?
good. This is certainly they put this together well. They know what they're doing.
Oh my goodness! Look at that! Whoa, man! That is very cool. The way that drops and builds like that.
Well, the fact that they have basically the same carbonation style in both beers is actually a testament to their consistency, and that's not easy to do. So I'll give them marks on that already. Oh, that smells good. It's rich. It's got more malt and less burned, as I was saying earlier.
I'll tell you what, man. I went on Rate Beer for these, just to do a little research like we said we were going to do last time. Mm-hmm. And Black Art Gold kind of got ripped.
Oh, yeah?
It didn't get a great score, but then again, it wasn't, there really weren't too many ratings on it. The Black Art Dark fared a whole lot better. A hull of a lot better.
For this style of beer, again, I've never even heard of Black Pills before, so I'm still going back with the Shorts beer reference point. This is much better for me. It's got, again, more malt, a little sweetness, and not much of the roasted character. It's very well balanced. It's got about the same, I'd say, mouthfeel as the Gold, and that's in my wheelhouse. It's not a heavy beer. You could have a couple of them.
But I think I'm getting a little bit of the...
It's the same percentage.
Same percentage. I'm getting a little bit of like this bitterness from this. It tastes like coffee to me.
Yeah, it slightly has that. It has a little bit of that, but most of the beers I've had of this style have a lot. It reminds me a little bit of a beer. It's called Zingu, which is a Brazilian. Correct.
Black
yeah,
beer of the Amazon.
Exactly. And that's very rich and malty and also kind of sweet. This doesn't quite get as sweet, so I think I could see this having... I would put this against something like a Hofbrau Dunkel.
Okay.
And that's a good comparison.
Hell yeah.
I would go with that one. I would say certainly in that ballpark for sure.
You'd buy this for $1, would you? For a bottle?
Yeah.
I mean, is that a great value?
Oh, easily, yeah. Okay. I mean, if I was at a bar, I'd buy a bottle of it for $5 without blinking.
Because I think, mind you, check this out on the Hops Report. I think we're if we are putting this on the Hops Report for sale, the target is going to be roughly $1 a bottle.
That's well. I mean, I would if I saw this for $6 a 6-pack, I wouldn't blink about picking it up. Just on a lark to try it. So
there you go.
To make sure to confirm my suspicions that I've come up with today.
But now that we've seen it, we've reviewed it, and I think we can urge our viewers here to say, for $1 a bottle, this is a pretty rad value.
It's a good gamble. It's an above average gamble.
Sounds great, man. All right. Well, that was another great episode of the Hops Report. I dig it. I'm LT.
I'm Bacon.
And we have been talking beer. We're going to see you next time where we review another beer.
Alrighty.
All right. Cheers.